Hello, it is Saturday, November 5th, 2011 at 11:05 p.m. Central Daylight Time. And I had a viewer make a statement about my video titled 11-111 Plumes near New Madrid Fault Line. And this person says, I just read it's a brush fire that grew into a forest fire in Dent County, Missouri. Look at emissourian.com. So I went over to emissourian.com and I found this article called Brush Fire Damages Home. And it's the only article I could find about fire. It's dated Friday, November 4th, and it's talking about that there were a bunch of fires in a 12-hour period. And it goes on to talk about one in particular here on Yellow Dog Road in southern Franklin County. I couldn't find Dent County mentioned anywhere in the article, so maybe I have the wrong article. But in any case, I wanted to address this one just in case someone got the idea that this was the fires that I was talking about in my video. For one thing, they say that this is on Wednesday at 1:02 p.m. and Wednesday was November 2nd, not November 1st. So this is one day after the plumes that I talk about in my other video. Also, I went and checked on this address as well as other ones down here at the bottom of the article. One where they talk about a small brush fire, and then there's three that talk about smoke in the area. And I went and located each of those on Google Earth, and they're all up here in this area. This is St. Louis, and these little red squares are the plumes that I talk about in my other video. So these are well away from the ones that occurred on the 1st. However, the day after, on 11/2, I did go check out the USDA Forest Service maps, and they were showing, because I was looking to see if the plumes were reoccurring, and what I saw was this. And when I looked closer at it to try to determine if there were plumes, I noticed that there is one. I mean, obviously there's one here, but I couldn't really tell if there was anywhere else. I mean, it just so happens that this one right here is in the opening. But one thing I did notice while I was here was all these chemtrails. Can you see them here? And up in here. And there must be, I don't know, 100 of them, 50, 100, or maybe even more, because down in this area the clouds really hard to discern one thing from another. In any case, so if I compare this map, which is on November 2nd, with the map on November 1st, you can see that here are the plumes that I talk about down in here too. And notice that this plume right here is to the left of this little arc. And when I go over to this one, see there's a little arc again. This one's to the right of it. So clearly it's not in the same location just from that landmark right there. Another thing I want to talk about, and I'll show you in a minute, is there's also this little, it's hard to tell. It could be a plume because it's going a different direction, the clouds. We've got clouds going this way, and we've got clouds going this way, but there really aren't any going this way. So I'll show you what I found in a minute. Additionally, the Forest Service right now has this current large incidents showing for Missouri, and there's only 4 occurring right now in the nation. And it just so happens that 2 of them are right in Missouri and right at that area that the other plumes occurred. But when you look at it closer, you can see that they're not the same thing. Let me see if this will open up. Sometimes it does and sometimes it doesn't. No, it's not going to. If you go back and click on this number 3 and number 4, it'll tell you the location of these fires. One of them is, this one's 10 miles east of, I've got it well, it's the Mininghaw fire, and this one is 7 miles west. I think it's Butler is the name, but I've got it over here on Google Earth. Bunker, that's it. 7 miles west of Bunker and 10 miles east of Bunker. And Bunker is right here. So you can see that that is not at the location of these plumes that showed up on November 1st. And it is indeed the one, this one right here is the one that is in that satellite image. Right here, this question mark by this yellow square, that's that funny little cloud that I was talking about. I was able to locate it here. And it's coming from, or it's just above, this odd shaped thing. We're at Eunice, Missouri. And I went and looked at the community profile, and I didn't see anything on that that would talk, it didn't say anything about something that would look like this. And I went and looked back in time to determine how long it was there and how it looked over time. And you can see this is in 2007. It could just be the lighting, that the lighting is different, but it gives you a different view of it. And the first image I found was in 2003, and it looks like it's being constructed at that time. If I go back to the next, or the next previous image, the image before that, it goes all the way back to 1995, and it was not there. So I'll turn this back off so we can get our... Something else that I noticed was that these, I just noticed it today with these plumes from the other day, from November 1st, these almost form a straight line right in through here. I thought that was very interesting. And we could almost get another line going this way. But maybe that's just a coincidence. I'm not quite familiar with how earthquakes line up, or if there, if the plumes, if there were plumes, how that would work either. So anyway, I hope that answers the question, and if there is an article that I missed, if someone would please bring it to my attention, I will try to address that as well. So God bless you. Have a good evening.